This press conference is about the Rafale deal. I have an opening statement. I will read the statement. Copies have been distributed. At the end of the statement, I will take questions. If the government had hoped that it had succeeded in giving a quiet burial to the Rafale aircraft deal controversy, it was wrong. We had said so immediately after the judgment of the Supreme Court. The controversy is very much alive, and this morning it acquired a new dimension. Ever since 10th April 2015, when the Prime Minister announced in Paris that the earlier UPA negotiated deal for 126 aircraft was scrapped, and he had agreed on a new deal to buy 36 aircraft, one question has loomed large. Why did the government reject the Air Force's need and demand for 126 fighter aircraft, 7 squadrons, and decide to buy only 36 aircraft, 2 squadrons? That question has never been answered by the Prime Minister or the Defense Minister or the Finance Minister or the Law Minister. Be it noted that the Supreme Court expressly declined to go into that question. The answer to the question is now available through the splendid investigative report published in a newspaper, The Hindu. We congratulate the newspaper for the report that has been published in public interest. As we analyze and understand the report, it makes the following points. 1. The price negotiated by the UPA government in 2007 was Euro 79.3 million per bare bones aircraft. In 2011, that price had escalated to Euro 100.85 million per aircraft. In 2016, the discount of 9% negotiated by the NDA government brought down the price, presumably after factoring in the escalation between 2011 and 2016 to Euro 91.75 million. Air Force had asked for 13 India-specific enhancements. The negotiated price was 1,300 million euro, 1.3 billion euro. That would have to be paid under both the UPA negotiated deal and the NDA negotiated deal. The twist in the story is over the amortization or recovery by Dassault of the cost of ISC. Under the UPA negotiated deal, it would have been spread over 126 aircraft. Under the NDA negotiated deal, it will be spread over 36 aircraft. Assuming 1 aircraft would be delivered every month, that is what the government says, if 126 aircraft had been purchased, Dassault would have recovered 1,300 million euro over 10 years and 6 months, or a little sooner. If only 36 aircraft are purchased and delivered between 2009 and 2012 as contracted, Dassault will recover 1,300 million euro in 36 months. Dassault gains in 2 ways. First, the price per aircraft because of ISC would have increased by Euro 10.3 million if 126 aircraft had been ordered. Under the new agreement, for only 36 aircraft, the price per aircraft because of ISC will increase by Euro 36.11 million. Second, calculating net present value of money, the 1,300 million euro that Dassault will recover by 2022 will be much higher than the 1,300 euro million it would have recovered by 2029 or so. This is the gift to Dassault that the NDA government gave between April 2015 and August 2016. Dassault will gain in another way too. Should the government place an order for another 90 aircraft on Dassault, Dassault will certainly charge the IAC loaded price at which it sold 36 aircraft, although the IAC cost would have been recovered on the sale of 36 aircraft. Perhaps for this reason, the government deleted the follow-on clause to buy more aircraft up to 50% of the original order on the same terms and conditions. It seems to me that Dassault is laughing all the way to the bank. The government has wronged the country in two ways. Firstly, it has compromised national security by denying to the Air Force 90 fighter aircraft that they desperately need. Secondly, it has purchased 2 squadrons that will cost about 25 million euro more per aircraft. At the 2016 exchange rate, 25 million is equal to 186 crore rupees. India will pay rupees 186 crore more per aircraft. The newspaper story raises many other serious issues about the process of decision making in the NDA government. The man who got away was Mr. Manohar Parrikar, who passed the buck to the Cabinet Committee on Security. Clever man. We will not comment on the process today. However, it is necessary to compliment the 3 officers of the Indian negotiating team who stood up to pressure and forced a vote of 4-3 on every issue. The vote of 4-3 itself tells a story. Has it ever happened before in a defense purchase? Why was it so important in this deal to take every decision by a 4-3 vote, brushing aside every objection? There is no doubt any longer that the Rafale aircraft deal deserves to be examined thoroughly by a joint parliamentary committee. The Congress reiterates its demand for the constitution of a JPC. See, I am simply doing my calculations based on the latest report. Now, my calculations may be wrong. You may be better placed to make your own calculations. I have made my calculations based on the report, and it appears to me, and if I'm wrong, I should be corrected, it appears to me that we are paying 25 million euro per aircraft more. Well, if it was not a lame duck session on January 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, why should it become a lame duck session on January 31? It's only another 20 days that have lapsed. I think a JPC should be constituted, and the JPC should be requested as far as possible to submit its report, say by the end of March. I think it can be done. Well, the government will deny. The government denies everything. The government denied that they paid more per aircraft. The government denied that also. Because it will take a little more time to study it. Whatever time I had, I have done this analysis. It will take a little more time to study and gather more information about the procedure. We think that the procedure was rushed through, brushing aside vital objections made by 3 officers, and every one of the disputed issues has been resolved by a vote of 4-3. I mean, I've never heard about it in government, that a government committee will vote on issue 4-3. I mean, as a lawyer, I've heard about it in judgments of courts, but never in a government decision. Well, I don't know. I can't recall one. If there is one, please let me know. Yes. It confirms that out of the 7 members of the Indian negotiating team, 3 were dissenters on every issue. It's not that they dissented on one issue and went along on the other issue. They dissented on every issue. I mean, that's amazing. It's amazing that on every issue there should be such a powerful dissent and a close vote of 4-3. I don't agree with you, and why I don't agree with you is there in my statement. Please read it carefully. The India specific enhancements would have to be paid whether you bought 126 aircraft or 36 aircraft. That price should have been amortized over 126 aircraft. It's being amortized or recovered over 36 aircraft. That's a windfall for Dassault. Please ask, I'm not a chartered accountant. Please ask a chartered accountant to do the calculations for you, and he will tell you that if you amortize over a smaller number and recover it in a shorter period, the net present value of what you get is much more. And that's the gift which the NDA government has given to Dassault. And that's why I said Dassault is laughing all the way to the bank. We have always said that this is not a matter for a decision by a court. In fact, the court said so. We cannot inquire into these matters under our jurisdiction under Article 32 of the Constitution. Equally, the High Court cannot examine this matter under Article 226 of the Constitution. These are matters which can only be examined by a committee or a parliamentary committee. We want a parliamentary committee which will sit across the table, see the papers, ask questions, question officers, compare one file with another file, look at the minutes, and then come to a conclusion. This cannot be done in a court system where all you have is two lawyers or two sets of lawyers arguing against each other. These are not amenable to judicial decision making. That's the point I'm making. These are amenable only to a parliamentary scrutiny. You are drawing conclusions. I said in the time that was available to me, this is the analysis I have been made. There are much more that has to be analyzed. We will do it presently. Well, we have said that the choice of the offset partner is questionable. Obviously, the offset partner will get a huge benefit through the offset deal. The choice of the offset partner is questionable. The ditching of HAL is questionable. So those matters will be unraveled over a period of time. Today, you may not have information. You did not have this information until this morning. So today you have more information. What makes you think that there won't be more information a week from today or a month from today? Maybe your paper will discover that information.
I have a question. Venkat wanted to ask. We all know that
I disagree. No, please let's talk about Rafale. Rafale does not land in Chennai airport yet. No, let's do Rafale first, please. I heard her say that, and I responded, others have responded. She does not answer about the remaining 90 aircraft. If you had ordered 36 aircraft in flyaway condition, and if you had ordered another 90 aircraft to be made either in France or in India, that would have been an adequate answer. But you don't order the 90 aircraft. The Air Force is shot by 9 squadrons. They finally settled for ordering 7 squadrons. And you are buying only 2 squadrons. And as I speak today, no order has been placed for the balance 5 squadrons or 90 aircraft. The question that is put to her is, our need is 126 aircraft. Why did you order only 36 aircraft? To which her answer is, you will get 18 in flyaway, I will get 36 in flyaway. But she forgets that after we get 18 in flyaway, we would have made the remaining 108 aircraft through a technology transfer agreement between Dassault and HAL. That question is being shirked by the defense minister. No. Windfall to Dassault is acceptable to you. No. That's why I said we are only analyzing a part of the new information available today. Maybe more information will come. The windfall to Dassault is highly questionable. The windfall to Dassault was undeserved. The windfall to Dassault was certainly not through poor negotiation. It was a deliberate decision. It is, but the matter must be referred to them. Na? The matter must come to the standing committee. I don't know what the standing committee on defense will do. Maybe they will call for the papers. I don't know yet. We are reacting within hours of the report in the newspaper, so please understand that. Yes. Are there any other questions? A couple of questions. Well, in the past, on a few occasions, one or two announcements or one or two changes have been made in the vote on account. But that depends upon what kind of announcements they will make, what kind of expenditure they will announce. Some small changes have been made, some necessary announcements have been made, but no major decision has been announced on a vote on account. So let's see what they do. I don't think they've ever felt bound by any precedent. They make their own precedents. That's completely wrong. The UPA 1's average is the highest for any 5-year period. The whole world knows that. Every economist knows that. Simple arithmetic will tell you. UPA 1's 5-year growth record is the highest for any 5 years since independence or even before independence. Answer is no in English, illai in Tamil. Nothing. We don't expect anything more good from this government. This is the countdown to the election. Nothing that the government will do in the next 60 days will alter the status of the economy. The state of the economy is quite perilous. My column on Sunday talks about it. Every indicator is worrisome. Nothing that this government will do in the next 60 days can change that. So we have to place our hope and trust in the next government. It has not maintained it throughout. Last year, 2017-18, they missed the fiscal deficit target by 0.3. As against 3.2, they achieved 3.5. This year also, my guess is they will miss the fiscal deficit target of 3.3. Their GST collections net to the center is falling short of the target. I think their net direct tax collection is also falling short of their budget estimate. They may garner some money through some devices, but I think they will find it difficult to meet the fiscal deficit target. I will compliment them if they meet the target, but I have my doubt. Our manifesto is a looking forward manifesto. Our manifesto will talk about the next 5 years. It will also talk about a long-range vision of the party. there's nothing that we can gain by looking at the last 5 years, except that we should avoid catastrophic mistakes like demonetization and calamitous laws like the flawed GST. It's no longer a secret. I think every one of you has reported one kind of another package that they will announce. I think it's an almost open secret that they are going to copy either the Telangana model or the Madhya Pradesh model or a hybrid model, and they will give away money which they don't have. They will give away money which they don't have today. I don't know, it's for the people to judge. This is clearly intended to win votes. But whether it will win votes, let's wait and see. I don't think the people are fools. The people know that for 4.5 years you do nothing, and then suddenly you wake up and think of these policies and pronouncements over which you slept over 4.5 years. If I was a finance minister in an NDA government, I would have resigned. Yes, last, 2025. I hope I live as long as that, and we'll meet in 2025. Thank you, thank you.